Welcome everyone to Self Principle. As always, I'm Dr. Hashmi. Now, today's topic is all about children and how the rate of obesity is rising so fast. In fact, in the latest study that came out in JAMA Pediatrics, what they showed was the prevalence of pediatric obesity rose from 17% back in 2011 all the way up to 21% in 2020. This really matters because what we're looking at is children who are having issues already with their weight going on. Diseases we used to think about happen in adults like diabetes, heart disease, cancer, asthma. These are things that are now starting to appear in middle-aged kids, in high school kids going on. So more so than ever before, as parents, it's incredibly important that we start to think about what are those things that we can start doing right away that are shown to make some kind of a difference. So I'm going to give you 5 quick tips that I think work really well. Now, these are the same things I do with my own kids, and so far we have been able to overcome some of those challenges. I'm not saying it's easy. This is really hard work, but as parents, the most important thing we can do is start by being the role models that we need to be, to mirror those things. So the first one is eat more whole foods, mostly plants. Wherever you are on the spectrum, try to make some changes to add more vegetables, more fruits, more legumes, more nuts, more seeds into your diets going on. Fruits and vegetables are the ideal thing, and you really want to get that going. Other simple thing is move more. Now, telling your kids to exercise is very different than doing the exercise yourself. Part of the reason I started Jiu-Jitsu, and I'm 47 now, and I can tell you it's incredibly difficult to start at 47. But I do it because my girls are also in Jiu-Jitsu, and by being that role model, I help them to see what is possible instead of always thinking what is impossible. The other thing is as you're thinking about food choices, every time you go out, every time you're at home, think about how much added sugar there is, how many types of sodas, how many types of diet sodas. Remember, artificial sweeteners, whether it's your Splenda, stevia, so forth, they do stimulate the appetite. So you do want to make sure that you're cognizant of the fact that artificial sweeteners may not necessarily be the best thing. Now, the next tip is really the one that everybody struggles with, and I'm no exception, and that is in the advent of social media, smartphones, trying to get your kids to cut down on screen time is absolutely crucial. Now, if you have an Apple phone like I do, or if you have an Android, there are features where you can set the screen time so that kids aren't going over that. And then the last part of this is you need to try to increase sleep. What's really interesting is if you look at the numbers around sleep, a child that's 6 to 12 years old needs about 9 to 12 hours of sleep a night. 9 to 12 hours. So when you have children who are staying up till midnight, and then the next morning they're really, really tired because they need to go to school, they can't wake up. That's something that we as parents can do something about. Having that fixed bedtime, trying to ensure that kids are getting at least 9 hours of sleep for ages 6 to 12. As they become a little bit older, 13 to 18 years old, they still need about 8 to 10 hours. So that's still incredibly important, and sleep does wonders. And as you look at all of these pieces of advice, the most important thing is please be the role model. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Next time you're at the school board meeting, encourage healthier options in the cafeteria. Next time you're in the parking lot, park further away. Have your kids walk with you a little bit more to the store going on. Do activities with your kids and show them how they ought to be just by you being the role model. As always, thanks so much for watching. If you got any questions, any topics you want me to cover, shoot me an email at selfprinciple@gmail.com. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.